Are you an investor looking for premium market opportunities? Presenting premium and exclusive service for investors by Kalkine.
Britain's government may need to pay the Bank of England more than £30 billion next year and also in 2024 to cover losses on its quantitative easing program, according to a report released by the central bank on Tuesday. The BOE started buying government bonds in 2009, and the size of the QE program peaked at £895 billion in December of 2021, including £20 billion of corporate bonds. Under terms agreed at the start, Britain's Finance Ministry receives any profits from QE, but it must compensate the BOE for any losses. Since 2009, the central bank had paid the British government £123 billion, which represents the difference between the interest the bank received on its bond holdings and the near-zero interest it paid to banks that deposited cash with the Bank of England. Now, the BOE is raising the interest rate it pays to banks. These flows have begun to reverse. Now the BOE is raising the interest rate it pays to banks. These flows have begun to reverse. Last month, Britain's Finance Ministry paid the BOE £828 million to cover the QE losses. The cost is set to grow rapidly. Last week, Britain's Office for Budget Responsibility, the nation's budget watchdog, forecast the government would need to pay the Bank of England £133 billion up until the end of March 2028, wiping out the Finance Ministry's earlier profits. The BOE updated its own projections on Tuesday in the form of a chart in a quarterly report on its asset purchases. This showed projected annual net cash flows from Britain's Treasury to the BOE of more than £30 billion in 2023 and 2024, roughly in line with the QBR's projections, which are based on fiscal years and use different assumptions. Looking out to 2033, the cumulative net loss on the QE program could range from less than £50 billion to almost £200 billion, depending on the path of interest rates, according to projections. Two former BOE deputy governors have said that the BOE should consider paying banks interest on only a portion of the deposits they hold at the Bank of England to limit losses. Meanwhile, Governor Andrew Bailey has said the current system helps ensure rate rises are properly transmitted to the wider economy. The BOE stopped reinvesting the proceeds of the gifts that matured from its £875 billion of QE gilt holdings in February, and this month began active sales of gifts. Now that you're up to speed, hit that bell icon and subscribe to stay up to date. I'm Holly Shields for Kalkine Media.